Hey everybody, welcome to Mike Oski's Kitchen. My name is Mike Olszewski and I'm the chef of this kitchen. And I hope you're being the chef of yours, and we're building an army of chefs of our own kitchens. It's time to do it. It's time to bring families back around the table. So look, I'm gonna make this recipe that I swore I wouldn't give up, but I'm gonna do it. So, got a lot of pressure from people to say, put it out there, put it out there, put it out there. This is my own original baked bean recipe. All right, so if you want to be the cool kid at the next cookout or the cool kid at the next potluck, bring these. I mean, honestly, I think people invite me to their cookouts and potlucks not because they like me, it's because they want my beans. I mean, people can have like cake and ice cream, and I say, what do you want me to bring? They'll say, bring your beans. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my secret original baked bean recipe. It's simple, you can do it. Just a bunch of stuff we're gonna mix together. In this recipe, here's gonna go. We're gonna go some ketchup, some Worcestershire, maple syrup, and of course some honey. Then we have some liquid smoke. You might have to get that one in your pantry. Now, I use multiple types of barbecue sauces. Stubbs is one of my favorites. I like it. It's called Sweet and Heat. Really good in the beans. If you want something sweeter, you can go with like a Montgomery Inn, or even something a little bit more tart. You can go with like a Baby Ray's. Hey, look, whatever your favorite barbecue sauce is, use it. And I'll show you how much to use, because barbecue sauce can overtake this dish, and it just takes like barbecue sauce with some beans. Don't want that to happen. Of course not. But anyway, I'm gonna use my Stubbs Sweet and Heat. We're gonna use some brown sugar, and of course, the star of the show, the beans, okay? I'm gonna use, I like Bush's beans. These are just your Bush's original. You can make any baked beans you want. But the amount we wanna use, that we're using for this recipe, is 28 ounces. I use 2 of them. So what is that, 56 ounces of beans? If you wanna make a ton of beans, just multiply it out. You can figure it out, do the math, it's simple. And then finally, we're gonna use some white vinegar. Now that's it. Pretty simple stuff. I'm sure you have most of the stuff in your pantry, but I'm gonna show you how to make my baked beans. No, I don't have a gun to my back, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it for you anyway. Hey look, right now, let's just start putting the stuff together. I'll show you how easy it is. This is gonna be a quick video. I'll see you here right back in just a minute. Bye. Okay, welcome back. Let's put this thing together. Watch how simple it is. Remember, I know there's not a lot of hard work on this one, but you can certainly stay hydrated. What are we gonna do? I just said ketchup. We're gonna go with a 1/4 cup of ketchup. Okay, and then we're gonna go with a 1/2 cup of the barbecue sauce. Again, I'm using that Stubbs. I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys to mix a little bit, just so we don't have a whole bunch of stuff sitting on each other. I just don't like that. Sometimes it doesn't mix so well, okay? So just mix that up just a little bit, plenty enough to mix, okay? Now, we're gonna go with Worcestershire sauce. Any kind you wanna use. If you have a favorite brand, go ahead and grab it. But we're gonna go ahead and, you know what? Let's just spin this off here, be quicker. So I'm gonna go 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's mix that up. Mix it all through. What we're doing right now, we're putting that sour taste into the beans. More of a sour, that tart, that Worcestershire, that you know, that little bit more of a sour taste to it. Perfect. Now, Worcestershire is done. We're gonna add some liquid smoke. Pick this up at your grocery. It's easy to find. Just look in the bakery or the baking aisle, or even like the barbecue aisle. Only use a whole tablespoon. That's all we're using, because it's pretty strong. And what liquid smoke, my oven's ready. What liquid smoke says, it says kind of a smoky taste, wonderful things, but it is strong, so you don't want to use too much in this dish because it will overcome it. I've made the mistake before. So we're gonna mix that in. I can smell that liquid smoke a lot. You probably can too. So there we go, liquid smoke. Now, we wanna add some honey. Like we talked about honey. Love the honey. And all we're gonna add in there is gonna be 2 tablespoons of the honey. 1 and 2. Perfect. You wanna mix the honey in well because it's a little thicker. I always say go ahead and get a good mix on it, because The honey will sit in the middle and it just will coagulate, but you want to get a good mix on it, get it spread across all of the beans. Now, it takes a little bit. Now, see, we're sweetening it up because we had the Worcestershire, we had, you know, the liquid smoke, so we had that little tart taste to it. Now we're sweetening it back up. So we're gonna go ahead and use some maple syrup, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Again, you're gonna do whatever you like. 1, 2, perfect. Mix that up. Similar to the honey, but not as thick. Oh boy, these look really good. Now, brown sugar, last thing to add before one more thing, but so it's really not the last. Gosh. Anyway, 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Drop it in there. This you want to mix in really good, folks. Get it integrated into the beans. Really, 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 really good. Okay, there you go. All right, last thing to add, I know I'm making a mess here, but it's going to be a little bit of vinegar to give it that kind of, ooh, that pop taste. I don't know what you call it. I'm dancing for you here without music. But anyway, we're going to use some vinegar, just plain old white vinegar, just 2 tablespoons of it. 1 and 2, perfect. And the vinegar just gives it a little bit of that, you want to say pucker? That little, that tastes really good. So you got all kinds of things happening in here. You have a nice barbecue sauce, you have some maple syrup, you have some honey, you have some Worcestershire, you have some ketchup. Oh, there's a lot of good mixtures going on. And that, my friends, is my famous and well-regarded and much requested baked beans. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with them and how long we're going to cook them. I'll be right back. All right, folks, just one more step to do is heat these things up. There's ways to do it. I'm going to put it in this baking dish, throw it in the oven at 350 for about 40 minutes, okay? Keep an eye on it. If it starts to bubbling on the top, you know you're about done. So you want it nice and bubbling because a lot of that stuff will cook in together. A lot of those flavors will blend and it will thicken up nicely too. You can also put it in a crock pot too. I've done that before. You just drop this mixture into a crock pot, turn it on low for 2 to 3 hours. You take that, like I said, to your tailgate or your potluck or your cookout or whatever it is, and people will start talking about you being the star of the show. I guarantee you, people are going to I guarantee people will compliment you on these beans. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and drop them into this. And then just give them one last mix. That's it. 350, 40 minutes. See you back here because I can't wait to taste them. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, we're back to Moment of Truth. I put this thing in for 40 minutes at 350. I saw it bubbling. I said, oh, it's time to rock and roll. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do one final mix of it. See how it's thickened up since the time we put it in. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of this into my bowl. And then I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. Now this is hot at this point, so here we go. Let's see what everybody's all excited about. I mean, they're okay, but people love them. So here we go. And it's hot. Jeez almighty, here we go. Yep, I can see why people like them. They're very, 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 very good. Look, this is a very simple recipe. You know, a couple mixing techniques, and that's about it. No heavy cooking, just a little bit of heating up. Throw it in a crock pot for 3 hours, throw it in the oven for 40 minutes, whatever you want to do. This will make friends for you if you don't have any friends. But I think you do. I know you do. So anyway, make this. Guys, this is something that you're going to get compliments on, something you're going to want to make all the time. Super, super, super easy and super, super wonderfully tasty. So thank you for showing up. Subscribe if you haven't, because there's a lot of more videos to come down the road. But like I always say, good food, get people back around the table. Hey, this might get you around some other tables too. Thanks so much. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of beer and say thank you, God bless you, and in my own special way, na zdrowie.